So hello guys, welcome to the another video. Today I'm going to take you through the UiPath VB Apps features, like how we can build a kind of a complex application where we have a lot of calculations and everything. So I'll be taking you through one of the application which will be like income tax calculator. So when we go and do some certain calculation in India, so as we know, like we have a income tax slab, like a new regime and old regime. So now you can opt kind of type of slab, what exactly you want to pay, whether new regime or old regime. And then based on that, you will have a kind of payment and deduction of the tax, right? So I will be taking you through. So let's see, I have downloaded this one of the Excel file which calculate everything manually right now, and I will convert this Excel file into digital into your UiPath VB app. So if you see here, we have an income and then we have investment and then TDS and everything, right? So you can calculate those as well. So let's go and see this. So right now we have old slabs, new slabs, and then we have some certain calculation, and then we have what exactly we have, right? So if you see the category like income, like if you have 0 to 3 lakhs, then your old slab is 0%, right? And in new slabs is also 0%. If you have 3 lakhs to 5 lakhs, that is 5%, right? For both these slabs. If it is 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs, it is 20%. And then in the new slab, if it is 6 lakhs to 9 lakhs, then it is 10%, correct? And if it is greater than 10 lakhs, then what we do into old slab, we just pay 30%. And in the new slabs, if it is greater than 9 to 12, 15%, and 12 to 15 is 20%, right? And after 15 lakhs, we are paying just 30%. So let's see how we have converted, how I have converted this complete application manual work into UiPath VB apps, right? So if you see here, I have given like incomes and then what exactly investment you have. So this investment is basically considered only for the old slabs, not for the new slabs. I'm not going to talk more about the slabbings and everything, but we'll talk more about UiPath VB apps, how we have converted this one, right? So if you see here, there are some certain calculation based on 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%, 30%. So these all calculations are there. And then we have tax rebate, like what exactly you have tax rebate. And then you must know, like if your income is more than 50 lakhs and 1 CR, then again you will have some surcharge, and then C is also like if it is more than that, right? And then based on that, calculation will happen, right? So let's go directly to the UiPath studio. So if you see here, let me go to apps. So I have built an income tax calculator here. Let's edit this. So this is income tax calculator, and I have given kind of a header and containers and some of the variables, right? So this variable is basically it will hold the total taxable income after maybe deduction of the how much total deductions and everything, right? So I will go here. I have given some assessment year, taxpayer category, residential status, and age, and then total in annual income, and then total deduction, right? So if you see here in assessment year, what I have done, I have configured this one as a static drop down. So how we can configure a static drop down into UiPath VB app. So what you can do, you can give your apps data source dot form new list of a string, and then from, and you can create this string. So like basically you can just pass app data source and you can create a list, and in the list you can pass the call like type of value. So I am just passing 23 to 24 and 24 to 25, 25 to 26. So this can be dynamic also, but if in some certain cases we have less data and you want to just pass as a static data, so this is the way you can just create a drop down into your VB apps. Okay, so now this is columns. So assume you have a dynamic data source, like if it is coming from data service or maybe process or anything. So what you can do, you can directly give the double quotes and then you can give the columns name, right? And then it will give a display name. So while displaying, it will display the particular columns. Okay. In our case, we have a static, so we don't need this one, correct? So now we have this. Now similar, we have taxpayer category. Similarly, I have configured apps store and then created a list, and then inside list I have given all the value for the list to drop so into drop down. Okay. So next is like residential status, your age, total annual income. So basically what happened, user will input this total annual income, how much income you have, and then what we are doing into total income slab. So like what I'm doing here, I'm checking whether income is more than 5,000, like tax deduction is more than 50,000. So like which one? So if you can enter tax deduction, also total deduction. So if you go here, enter total deduction. So here in total annual income, what I'm trying to do, like here you see this, if total text total deduction dot value is greater than 50,000. Okay. So if it is greater than 50,000, what I'm doing, I'm just setting a variable which is taxable income. I'm just making a minus, like to text total income dot value minus this 50,000, because that maximum rebate is 50,000. If you are just entering more than 50,000, 80,000 and all, for the old regime, it won't be get considered, like even though for next regime. So like for old regime, it will get calculated, but for the new regime, like they have default calculating 50,000, right? So what we are doing, we are just making minus, and this C int is something like we are just converting to integer value. So if you have, if it is expecting integer, like we see here integer, I'm just converting to this one to integer, because if it is text, I can just go. Otherwise, what happened if your value, like whatever text value and you are configuring, if it is integer, then you don't need to convert this, right? It's a simple like convert to dot string, convert to int. So in the VB expression, if you are trying to convert text into integer, so what you have to do, cint, and then you just give the value. So I'm just converting this total income minus 50,000. Okay. So this is done. And then if it is not more than 50,000, so you can see here, if map variables, similarly, I'm just configuring the same value. There is no deduction, nothing is there. Okay. So let's go here. And so here we have a tax summary. And in the tax summary, we have total income. And in the total incomes, if you go here, I have written some calculations and everything. So I will show you. So if you go left side, you must be seeing I have a header container and tax details. And then in the tax detail, what we have a container tax left, like this part, and then container text summary, this tax summary, right? So in the tax summary, what I have given, like this part is just a displaying part where we can display tax total income, and then what are the deduction, right? And then what are the tax amount for old regime, and what is the tax amount for the new regime, correct? So now before that, I have done some certain calculation, and then must be seeing there container new tax, and then we have container old tax, right? So in container new tax, I have some certain kind of label where I'm just doing one by one, just in case for verification and debuggings and everything. But if you are good, you can write everything together on a single expression. Okay. So right now what I'm doing, if you see here to taxable income, so I'm just assigning app variable taxable income dot to string. Otherwise, what you can do, you don't need to write too much things. You can directly taxable, you can write taxable income, right? Taxable income. That's it. And then you can, because it is kind of an integer value, and but it accepts a string. So what I can set to a string, right? So I can just give this to a string, and that's it. So that's what I'm assigning. So basically, this taxable income app variable I'm assigning to this expression, and then we have label slab 5%, right? So what I'm trying to do here in this expression, in this one, if app variable like taxable income is greater than 6 lakhs, right? So if you see here, if it is 0 to 3, 0%, or 3 to 6, 5%, right? So I'm here into 5%. So if it is greater than 6 lakhs, what I'm doing 6 lakhs minus 3 lakhs. So 6 lakhs minus 3 lakh, whatever it comes, right? 6 lakh minus 3 lakh into 5 divided by 100. So it will give me like 5% of the total income, right? And if it is like kind of not more than 6,000, so what I'm doing taxable income minus 3 lakhs, 5% greater than 0. And if app variables like greater than 6,000, so again, I'm doing like converting it 6 lakhs minus 3 lakhs, and then I'm just doing some certain calculation, and then I'm converting it to a string, right? Similarly, if you see here 10%, so what I'm doing into 10%, I'm taking the value of, again, checking if it is more than 9 lakhs, right? If it is more than 9 lakhs, then what is simple calculation, 9 lakhs minus 6 lakh, and then 10%, correct? And if, again, app variable minus 6 lakhs, if it is not greater than 9 lakhs, then simply do minus from the total income, and it will give you 10%, right? And if app variable greater than 9 lakhs, again, I'm doing 9 lakhs minus 6 lakhs into 10%, and then it will give me total 10% calculation. So similarly, we have 15%, and in 15% also I'm doing some certain kind of calculation, converting it, and if it is more than 12 lakhs, then deduct directly 12 lakhs minus 9 lakhs, and then do a flat 15% on that incomes. And if it is between 9 lakhs to 12 lakhs, directly do a deduction and then do some certain 15% deduction over there. So similarly, we have 20%, 30% tax rebates and everything. So I have just doing like doing some certain calculation. So what you can do, you can easily follow this calculation. And if you go here, if you see 5% for new slab, what it is saying, C8 greater than 3 lakhs, right? Then E9 and F9. So if I go into E9 and F9, so E9, what it is saying, if C8, and C8, what C8 is something like this one, this income, right? New slab, and new slab is something C6 minus C7, which is coming like C6, this one, like which is B1, and then this calculation, right? So what you can do here, like if it is 5%, then greater than 6 lakh, then directly 6 lakh minus 3 lakhs into 5%. Otherwise, C8 is nothing like a total income here, this one, a taxable income minus 3 lakhs into 5%. So similarly, what I'm trying to do, converting this logic, this whole logic into 5%, 10% surcharge, tax rebates, and everything, and then it give me a kind of a nice expression and value output value for all the slab, like 5%, 10%, 15, 20, 30. Similarly with tax rebate and surcharge and everything. And then if we have Cs, also this we getting. So similarly, I have an old slab, and old slab, again, I'm doing some certain calculation. If you see here, taxable income minus total tax deduction, because in the old slab, there is no flat deduction, because in the new slab, you have 50,000 flat deduction. Even though if you enter 80,000, 90,000, doesn't matter, right? But in the old slab, it matters. So that's the reason what I'm doing. Whatever you just enter into total deduction, I'm just doing minus, and it will give me total old taxable income. So then we will do a calculation on that part, right? Then similarly, I have 5, 10, 30 and rebates, surcharge and Cs and everything. And then if you see here in old slab, again, I'm doing some certain calculation. If it is more than 5 lakhs, then 5 lakhs minus 2.500. Then maybe I can see this is now 3 lakhs, right? 30. So similarly, I have, if it is more than 3 lakhs, it is less than 5 lakhs, then I'm just doing 5 lakhs, whatever value taxable income minus 3 lakhs. And then it gives like output as a total, how much tax is there for 5%, right? So now coming back here, what we are doing into total taxable income, we are just taking this value from directly text and then tax total deduction again, main page. This is something called like what you can do. If you just enter kind of a space bar into your keyboard, you can see all the class file. So what you can say, main page is nothing, this your page name. So main page dot, you can say total text, total deduction dot, you can say value, right? So this will give you total values. This is what I'm trying to do. So it will give you the text total deduction. So it will directly read it from this input field. So you don't need to go and do kind of data transfer or anything. And now if you coming here, tax deduction. So if I go here into tax deduction, what I'm doing like, if you see here, very simple calculation. I'm converting everything to kind of a cint, which is integer value. Then what I'm trying to do, main page dot label old slab 5% dot value, 10% dot value plus 30% dot. Then I'm adding surcharge, and then you can say I'm adding 15%, and then I'm siege value and everything minus old tax rebate rate value, because we have to do that old tax rebate value also, the two strings. So this will give me like how much incomes we have payable on the total income for old regime, right? And now if I go to tax, like if I go here and if I go this one, if I open this is a new slab, right? So it will give me, like I have given, like if this slab, and then I'm just doing some certain calculation. So if you see here, I'm just adding 5%, 10%, 15, 20, 30 surcharge. Then I'm just adding 15% surcharge, 10% surcharge, then siege value minus label tax rebate. If it is greater than 0, then what I'm doing, main like 5%, 10%, and then 15% plus this all surcharge 20%, 30%, and then I'm assigning this one minus label tax rebate, because I have to do minus from the tax rebate also, and then just assign to the particular value. If it is less than 0, what I do, nothing, don't assign anything, maybe just put it at 0, right? And that's it. So what we can do now for the debugging purpose, what I have did, like I can make it hidden or true or false. So what I have been, like I hide this value, so I just make it true, and similarly with this one also make it true. So now let's go and run this application and see how it works, right? So let's go and preview it. So let's go and preview. So I will give like, I will select 2013, I will select one company age, and I give 15 lakhs. And then I give total deduction 40,000. So now you can see the right side, total income 15 lakhs, total deduction 40,000. Tax amount as per old tax 2,57,920, and like as per new regime 1,56,000. Now if I go here and if I give into this one 15, so now you can see here. So now what we can do, we can match this calculation. See here, I given 15 lakhs 40,000, and then if you see this income for the old taxable income is like you have income tax like 2,57,920, 2,57,920, and then for new regime 1,56,000. Similarly, suppose I change it to around, I say 5 lakhs, right? And if you give this one, and if I change here also 5 lakhs, see, So 0, right? Now see, if I give 5 lakhs and then 40,000, whatever, and then taxable income is 0 for 5 lakhs. And as per the new regime and old regime, both are 0. If you give it 40,000, if I remove this 40,000, then you will have no reflection, right? Now, if I give something around 25,000, and then if I give 80,000 total tax deduction, let me give you here 25, and then I can say 80,000. So now you can see here. Now, if I give 25 lakhs, 80,000, 80,000, then you can see the total tax amount as per old regime 55,740, 55,740, and tax amount as per the new regime 4,68,000. Yeah, so this is kind of a demo. And so what we learn into this demo, how to do some certain calculation, write complex query, how to configure a static value for the drop down using list function of the VB expression, and then how to do like convert the value into integer or kind of characters or everything. So this is all for the day. Thank you so much for the watching.